atmosphere of prayer, I just want to go into prayer really quick before I start. So, God, I just come before you, Lord, and I thank you for this morning, God. I thank you for allowing us to come before your presence and just start off the day, Lord. And I ask that even now, Lord, that we would just be attentive to your word, God, and that whatever comes out of my mouth, Lord, would be what you're telling me and not what I feel, God, but that it would be you speaking through me, Lord. So in your mighty and powerful name, Lord, I just pray, amen. So, for this week, I've really been like, Lord, like, what do you want me to share with everyone? God, what do you want me to speak on? And I don't want it to be what I'm feeling or what's on my mind, but really, what is it? And I've just been like, I don't know what I'm going to talk about, but starting on Friday, and I know we've heard this since Friday a lot, but just the Thanksgiving prayer has really been on my heart, and that's what I'm going to share with you guys today on prayer, but not just prayer, but giving Thanksgiving. So, before that, these statistics really stuck out to me, and I know that many of you guys know that my faithful prayer to the Lord has always been, God, save my family, Lord, have your way in them. Many times I get so discouraged, many times before it gets better, it gets worse, and I'm just like, Lord, I've been at Ignite School of Ministry for 2 years, and I've been praying the same thing. God, save my family. God, save my mom, my dad, my brother, and my sister, and I haven't seen it yet. And it gets hard sometimes, and you get discouraged, and no matter how much faith you have, sometimes you're like, Lord, are you really moving? God, are you really working in their lives? I just see them getting worse, to be honest. My prayers are just making them worse, and you get discouraged. Something that really stuck out to me in January during the men's conference was when Pastor Mark was saying that when a child accepts Christ, there is 10 to 15% probability that his parents will be saved. And when a mother accepts Christ, there is a 20% chance that the household will be saved. But when a father accepts Christ, there's a 90% chance that the household will be saved. So when I heard that, my prayer has always been, God, save my household. God, save my mom, my brother, my sister, and my dad. My dad was usually the last one, because throughout life, he was never my favorite person. So, I'd always pray a little bit more for my mom and my brother and my sister. And that's just being honest. And my dad would be the last one. But with this, I'm like, maybe, I think it's supposed to be the other way around, And not that I'm not going to be praying for my mom, my brother, and my sister the same way, but there's power in the man figure of the household being the one to dominate. So my prayer lately has been, God, save my dad. God, have your way in his life. And to be honest, guys, I've been praying this, and it seems like my dad has been getting worse. I've been praying this, and the phone calls from my mom and my sister have been like, bro, that my dad legit, he's crazy, and he's not safe to be around. And that's just me being transparent. Like this past month, I've been like, Lord, are you really there with my dad? Like, or is he just being possessed by the enemy? And that's what, for real, legit, sometimes I'm like, I think my dad's possessed. Like, I think he's capable of harming my mom. He's capable of doing this and that. And sometimes I want to lose faith, and sometimes I want to stop praying. But if anything, I should be praying even more. I should be seeking the Lord more for my dad. When my sister says my dad's crazy, I should be like, no, he's not. Like, we just need to pray more. We need to seek him more. So I know many of you guys know that on Friday, I was thanking the Lord for my father. And, and to be honest, when I pray, I don't really thank the Lord for my dad because, I don't really see it. So I'm just like, but that day it took me so much to really believe it. Say, God, I thank you for my dad's salvation even when I don't see it. God, I thank you because he's going to be a man of God even when I don't see it. And it took so much for that to come out of my mouth, but that's what faith is really about. Speaking what's not even capable of being seen in your radar, what's not in your radar. That's faith, and we can't have faith without believing, Faith is all about believing in the unseen, and that's the unseen. I haven't seen my dad saved yet, but I'm declaring it, and I'm thanking the Lord as he is. So, I was in the Bible, and I'm like, Lord, like, okay, show me where these prayers of thanksgiving, show me the man and woman of God that would thank you and something would happen. Like, are these prayers really for real? And before I go into a story, Philippians 4:6 says, do not be anxious about anything. And I know we've heard this verse millions of times. Do not be anxious about anything. But in every situation, be by prayer. So we have to pray. And by petition. So I think we do that a lot. We come to the Lord with prayer and petition. God, we need this. God, this is my list. This is my petition. And we're so good at that. And even myself, I'm so good at telling the Lord, like, what I need done. God, these are the finances I need before I graduate. Or Lord, my family. Like, you know, I have this list. But we skip the part that it says, with thanksgiving, present your request. So it's, yeah, we need to pray. Yeah, we need to bring the petition. But we also need to do it with thanksgiving. So we can't just come and pick 2 out of the 3. No, we need to come with the full 3. So when I read this verse, I've heard it a million times. Pastor Mark says it a million times, and you guys, I've heard it so much. But lately, it's just been like with Thanksgiving. So I'm like, Lord, I'm so good at praying. Yes, I can sit here and pray. I can sit here and petition you. But I'm not good at giving you thanks for the things that I don't see. I'm really not good at that. So I'm like, Lord, show me the story. Show me where in the Bible. And I know last month we had to read the whole book of Daniel. And Daniel's life has really just like, I've been in it and I've been like, Lord, I want to be one that finds favor in your eyes. And you know, I want to be like him. But Daniel, if we can all turn to Daniel 6. And if I can get a reader to read from Daniel 6 to Daniel 10. Esther, if you can read that out loud, please.
6 verse what?
Daniel 6, 1 through 10. Or Naomi, if you can read that out loud, because I know you're there.
Yes. Darius the Med, I don't know how to say that name, decided to divide the kingdom into 120 provinces, and he appointed a high officers to rule over each province. The king also chose Daniel and 2 others as administrators to supervise the high officers and protect the king's interests. Daniel soon proved himself more capable than all the other administrators and high officers. Because of Daniel's great ability, the king made plans to place him over the entire empire. Then the other administrators and high officers began searching for some fault in the way Daniel was handling government affairs, but they couldn't find anything to criticize or condemn. He was faithful, always responsible, and completely trustworthy. So they concluded, our only chance of finding grounds for accusing Daniel will be in connection with the rules of his religion. So the administrators and high officers went to the king and said, long live King Darius. We are all in agreement, we're administrators, officials, high officers, advisors, and governors, that the king should make a law that will be strictly enforced. Give orders that for the next 30 days, any person who prays to anyone, divine or human, except to you, your majesty, will be thrown into the den of lions. And now, your majesty, issue and sign this law so it cannot be changed, an official law of the Medes, and Persians that cannot be revoked. So King Darius signed the law. But when Daniel learned that the law had been signed, he went home, knelt down as usual in his upstairs room with its windows open toward Jerusalem. He prayed 3 times a day, just as he had always done, giving thanks to his God.
So, how many of you guys have heard the story before? Daniel with the den of lions. We're all familiar to it. So I wanted to give you context. So these people are rising up against him. They're like, okay, Daniel has so much favor. He has all this. So they're trying to plot against him. And as many of us, and in my little imagination, I'm just like, okay, this is the enemy. The enemy, he's plotting against us. He sees how good we're doing. He sees our petition. He sees our prayers. And, you know, his goal is to attack us. He sees that the Lord is on our side, but he's like, no, like, I need to get them and I need to bring them down. So I'm like, okay, we're Daniel. And in verse 10, so Daniel sees that they're coming against him and they're like, okay, well, we're going to pass this law and you can't pray to your God or nothing. But what Daniel does is like, no, like, I don't care what these people say. Like, no, I don't care what the enemy is going to do to me. I At the end of the, even if it's persecution at the end of the day, like I'm gonna stand firmly there and I'm gonna take it for the Lord. I'm gonna be firm. So Daniel, what he does is, you know what? You guys pass this law, whatever. I'm still gonna go upstairs and I'm still gonna pray. I'm still gonna kneel down and do what I do. Because you guys can't change me. The enemy can't stop me from doing it. And I know sometimes it can get so tiring. Sometimes we're here in prayer 24/7. We're praying all the time. We're in our word all the time. But it's like, Lord, are you even listening? Are you attentive to our prayers? And, you know, we can get, it feels religious sometimes because all we do is pray, but we're not seeing nothing in return. And I know each and every one of us are praying for something. Everyone. Like, Maria, I know you're praying for your sisters. Like, I know that. Kim, you're praying for finances. And sometimes it's like, Lord, like, I need this breakthrough. But you're not hearing it. And if anything, that's where the enemy comes and he's like, hey, is the Lord listening to you? And if we go down to verse 21, no, I'm sorry, verse 20. The king, so they put Daniel in the lion's den. He's there. You know, everybody thinks these lions are about to tear Daniel up. But in verse 20, the king, when he came near to the den, he called to Daniel in an anguished voice, Daniel, servant of the living God, has your God, whom you serve continually, like us, we serve our God, we're here continually, faithfully serving, we're here continually in prayer, we're always here, you know? And the enemy's telling us, but is he able to really rescue you from these lions? Hey, is he really to bring you finances? Is he able really to heal your grandpa? Like, Karina, even myself, is your God able to bring salvation to your dad for real? Like, do you really believe that? And I feel like in this moment, that's what the king is saying to him. Like, are you sure that your God, that you're trusting in, is able to do that? And sometimes our answer, we can feed into those thoughts. We can allow the nest to grow in our minds. And we allow those thoughts to come in and, yeah, is he right? Like, no, my dad is the worst of the worst. He could never be saved. There's no way for him. There's no way that he could ever be saved. But if I allow those thoughts to come in, I'm never gonna be able to win the battle. I'm never gonna be able to pray and declare these things over his life. Even with healing, I know many of you, even Manny, I know he's not in here, but I know sometimes it could be, there may be doubt in him, like, is the Lord really gonna heal me? Is the Lord really gonna do this? And that's where that lack of faith creeps in and takes over. But what Daniel says is, he proclaims this. He's like, Daniel answered the king. You know, instead of him being like, you know what, like, I don't know, like, I don't see my God right now. I'm still in this den. Nobody has taken me out. I'm about to die. These lions are about to tear me up. You know what he says? He says, may the king live forever. May the king. He is still praising God in that den. He is still proclaiming that God is good. You know what? And many of us think, well, no, I'm faithful and I know the Lord's going to come in. But you know what? Daniel's saying, even if he doesn't deliver me, even if he doesn't give me what I've been praying for, what I've been petitioning for, he's still my king. He's still my God. You know, he's still good. Even if I don't get delivered from this death, even if, and the hardest thing for me to have to think about is, Lord, even if my family doesn't get saved, even if my dad doesn't get saved, you're still good. Can we say that? Even if I don't get healed, Lord, I am still good. No, you are still good. I'm sorry. Like, sometimes we think about it and we're like, no, Lord, like, you're good. And we try to think that, no, you're going to do this. And yes, he has the power to do this. But how is our mindset that even if he doesn't do it, would we be okay with that? Would we be okay with him not answering our prayer, with him doing his will and not our will? You know, we sing all the time, Lord, let your will be done. But most of the time it's like, no, Lord, like, let my will be done. Like, for real, if we really think about it, would we be okay with the Lord's will? It's hard sometimes because it's like, no, I don't see it. I really don't. But my call today is, guys, that thing that you've been praying for, that thing that you've been fighting for, give thanks for it, even if it seems away. Sophia, your dad, give thanks for it. Give thanks for your little brother. Lord, thank you because my brother's coming this summer. Declare it. You have to declare it. Because if not, we're going to continue to walk around here all mopey, all defeated. And it's like, no, like, we need to know who our God is. And be okay even if that may be the hardest thing to think about, but even if he doesn't do it, God, like, God, you're still good. God, you're still faithful. God, you still delivered me from my past, from my sickness, from, you know what, even if you don't answer this petition, like, you're still good. And I'm still going to follow you. And that's the hardest. And even you, Daphne, like, the Lord highlighted me. You know what? Even if your family continues to not accept you or not support you, that's the word. God, you're still good. You're still the good Father. You're sufficient. And it's hard sometimes because, you know, our family is our backbone. But no, God is sufficient. Sufficient. Like, guys, we read our word, and I don't think that sometimes we understand the words that we're reading. It's like, okay, God, you're sufficient, and we believe it for 10 seconds. But no, He's sufficient. He's all we need. So I just want to encourage you guys today, like, guys, whatever it may be, everybody has a different thing here today. Mine is my family, my dad. I don't know what yours is in specific, but give thanks in this morning. I want us, if we can all come here in the front, everyone now, like, run up here. I want us to stand here and tell the Lord, God, you're faithful, and this is what I'm giving you thanks for, God. I may not see it with my physical eyes. I may not see it now. I may not see it in a month. I may not see it in a year. But God, I give you thanks. I'm giving you thanks even before I see it. Lord, I give you thanks for my father. Lord, I give you thanks for my healing. God, I give you thanks for my finances. It's like, what are we going to give thanks for? What is it that we need? How badly do we want it? Because if we just say, okay, God, I prayed this morning and that's it, but we're not fighting for it, that's why we haven't received it. That's why we still haven't got it. We need to fight. We need to give thanks. And it's not just about walking into this room every morning, telling the Lord our petitions, but guys, do we know the God that we serve? Do we know what He's capable of? We need to fight. Yes, we need to fight. We come in here all the time. We're slaying these demons, but we need to thank the Lord too. Begin, open your mouth. Phil, open your mouth. Thank the Lord for your sound mind. Thank Him. That's why you're not thanking Him. That's why you haven't gotten it yet.
Come on, God.
So let's fight, guys. All together. Let's pursue. Let's persevere. Let's not give up. Let's endure this journey. For real, guys.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, that you're moving, Lord, in our church. Thank you, Lord,
Yes,
that you're
Lord.
moving, Lord, in our schools, Lord. Thank you, Lord,
God, I thank you for our families, Lord. I thank you for the salvation that you're bringing over each and every one of our families, Lord. For the people that we stand in the gap for, God. If it's our father, Lord. If it's our mother, our brother, or our sister. Jesus, I thank you for the salvation, God. Lord, I thank you for the healing that you're bringing. If it's on us, Lord. If it's on our family members, Lord. We thank you today, God. Lord, we thank you because you're sufficient, God. We thank you for finances, Lord. That even when we don't know how we're going to pay off tuition, God. Even when we don't know how we're going to pay our food, God, our bills, God. We say thank you, God, for the finances. We walk in faith, declaring, God, that you will answer, Jesus. And even if you don't, God, we'll be okay with that, God. Even if we don't see it, God, you're still good. So, Lord, I thank you. Guys, continue to declare, continue to give thanks. I thank you, Lord, in this morning for your goodness, even for your goodness, God. Lord, because we're so undeserving, but still, you